Fifth graders learn to shoot guns by using school gym as target range. Wyoming photos show. Now, before everybody freaks out, these were air pistols, air rifles. These weren't full-blown bullets. If a kid walked in front of this and got shot, he'd go, oh, that's going to sting. But these aren't going to hurt anybody. It seems like there was good instruction. Nobody's just walking around aimlessly in this facility. And I'm just going to be honest with you. If there was a shooting range in my PE class, I would be so excited to go to class. I'd be sprinting there. I'm going to be the first one to grab that air rifle and shoot that target right in the middle. I'd be so excited. That'd be so fun. I'm actually kind of upset that they're only air rifles. I was hoping to actually get some bullet-sized bullets inside those guns. You know what I mean? So, super cool. School district in Wyoming recently used a gymnasium as a shooting range, training 5th and 6th grade students in marksmanship during PE. Hot Springs County School District number 1 in the small town of Thermopolis, that's a cool name, shared photos of sharpshooting session in a February 2nd Facebook post. It quickly caught the attention of thousands. McClatchy News. What? These are awesome names. McClatchy News has obtained the screen grab of the Facebook post, which is no longer publicly available. So a bunch of Karens got online and said, how dare you teach my child how to shoot a weapon? One of the best answers I've ever seen in a beauty pageant. This thing went viral. You guys might have seen it. A woman was asked, how do we decrease the amount of mass shootings? How do we decrease accidental shootings? And she said, gun education. I was flabbergasted to hear that from a beautiful woman who I didn't think had probably ever touched a weapon. She goes, gun education. And she's absolutely right. I remember when I first shot a gun, my dad took me out back. He was doing target practice, or he was sighting in a couple of his rifles, because my dad hunted. Every single winter, he went hunting. Where? West Virginia, the Alexandria area, the country. Not the busy part of Alexandria, the country. Not Fairfax, Fauquier County. He went out there and he'd go hunt, get some white-tailed deer, bring home slabs of meat, some liver, even deer heart. I've eaten deer liver. I don't want the heart. It's gross. You know, I'm not an Indian, I'm not a Native American. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, my dad would bring home every winter a couple big old freezer fulls of ground deer meat, venison. Awesome. So my dad was out back shooting weapons, and he wanted to teach his children. And I was always curious why my dad gave me the Magnum, this long barrel Magnum. Magnum is usually is that weapon that has the. Listen, I'm not a professional by any means, guys. By the way, just take my words with a grain of salt. But a Magnum is the one that has the chamber that rotates, and you can slip in the bullets there. It's how you load it. You pop it back up, and you shoot. You get a long barrel one. Hell of a kick. And now that I think about it, years later, 20, 30 years later, I shot that weapon, and it scared the hell out of me. I mean, I shot it. Boom, my whole arm went back. Go, get it forward. Scared the hell out of me. I was probably 8 years old. You get mad respect for weapons when you see how powerful they are. My dad didn't put the little pistol in my hand. My dad put the biggest weapon in my hand. Shot it. I don't want to shoot that thing again. I'm good, Dad. Thanks. I don't even know if I hit the target. Can't remember. But I did not want to shoot it again. And it's funny because in my adulthood, me personally, I've got a weapon to protect myself and my family. And it's really small Glock 17. Standard issued police weapon. You shoot that, and I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty. Barely moved. Pretty good with that thing, if you ask me. And yeah, I could understand why somebody would see that and want to play with it, because it's easy. But I shot the big gun. I don't want to play with that. Nope. Get it away from me. I'm good. And my dad always made sure that you understood the importance of these weapons. Every single one of them, including those air rifles, can kill a person. In the right spot. I don't like people that are like, oh, 22 can't kill you. Excuse me. A bullet coming out of a gun can kill anybody. If you strike somebody in the eye right here with a air rifle, with the air pistol, lights out. If you're not just blind, if it goes through and hits you in the brain, see you later. Any one of these weapons can kill somebody. And that is a huge lesson when it comes to guns. You have to realize the importance of what you have in your hands. Never aim it at anything you don't intend to kill. If it's a target, intend to kill that target. I know it ain't moving or living, but you intend to kill it and destroy it. You never point a weapon at a human being. Unless it's to defend yourself, you never do it. And never point your gun at anybody you don't intend to do very bad bodily harm to them. So I think this is awesome. I think it's gun education. I think Wyoming is on top of it. This is how you make people. I wish, again, like it was a bigger gun, but kudos to them for teaching this, because there are things about weapons that people don't know. For example, the first rule to any firearm is you assume it's loaded. And the first thing you do when you pick it up, whether it's unloaded or not, is check it to make sure it is unloaded or loaded, whatever it is. But you always check. That is the most important thing, because accidents happen. That would have been good for Alec Baldwin to know on that set of Rust. Yeah. But no, he's a big old dummy, committed murder. Anyways, let's get the article. In the pictures, the children are seen aiming air rifles across a gym at a set of targets propped up against the bleachers with what appears to be plywood. Often a child's introduction to the world of firearms, air rifles generally use gas stored in a small canister to propel a BB or pellet out of the barrel at a relatively high speed. While far less lethal than true firearms, they can cause serious harm in some circumstances. Excellent article, Idaho Statesman. All students passed their safety tests and have been sharpening their skills. As of the morning, February 8th, the post had garnered 13,000 reactions and 5,700 comments and had been shared over 60,000 times. For perspective, the population of Thermopolis is around 2,700. Wow. This is what America needs more of, one comment read. Education and responsible firearm ownership. This is so awesome. Probably one of the safest schools in the country, too, a commenter wrote. Imagine somebody goes into that school armed with a gun. They've got a bunch of these air pistols in the PE area. Might have a real one for the teacher or whatever. I don't think anybody's going to walk into this school and try to kill these kids. They all know how to shoot, and they all have got an access to guns somewhere. That'd be awesome. I don't wish harm on nobody. But if somebody were to walk into that school with a rifle trying to take down these students, and I was the head of that PE class, I'd be like, you got one, you got one, you got one. Everybody take a pistol and aim it at the door. If somebody walks through, unload on their ass, I think that would be legendary. Somebody commented, I need to find a school like this for my son once he's old enough. So you can see people are in favor of this. And I think air pistol is a great way to start. The first weapon I ever owned was an air rifle. I shot many of squirrels with that little gun right there. And it was awesome. I had squirrel meat. I've skinned a squirrel. All very things you should know. This is survival at the most basic level. I've said to my friends, even nowadays, I wish I had an air rifle. I should get one. Let's say lights go out. EMP hits in the middle of the U.S. Everything goes off the grid. How are you going to survive? Well, with an air rifle, the ammunition is very tiny. Easy to carry. You can carry 500 pellets or bullets, and it's in your backpack, and it doesn't weigh too much. Now, carrying 200 bullets of ammunition would take up a lot of space, and it would weigh a lot. It'd be very heavy. So it'd be tough to carry that everywhere you go. Now, should you have something to protect yourself? Absolutely. That would be my side firearm. But then I would have an air rifle to kill small game. That way we can eat and hunt and have plenty of ammunition to get where we need to go in order to survive. Let's say lights go out. They say 90% of the population would disappear because they don't have backup food or stuff to eat. Well, the people that would roam the cities or rule the cities would be peoples with ammunition. They're going to take your food. They're going to take my food. They're going to take everybody's food for themselves. Let's say I go, you know what? We better hit the road. I want to go to my dad who lives in Florida. And maybe we have to make a month-long journey across this country. I've thought about this, guys. Can you tell? Make a month-long journey across this country. I would go to Florida where my dad is located. And you got to figure out how you're going to get there. Well, I'd have my sidearm. And maybe if we had to take a bike or walk or whatever it be. We'd have to figure out a way to get there. But along the route, we can't take all of our food with us. I've only got enough food to last me 30 days if we ration it appropriately. So what would you do? Would you hunt? Might have to. So if you had an air rifle with you, you could take down small game while you go across. Also, you can protect yourself. Sure, an air rifle is not going to kill a human being. Usually if you hit him in the chest or wherever, it's going to sting. People go, ow! But that's what you got a sidearm for. But if you had the air rifle, you could at least look like you're serious as you walk across the country. And if you need to protect yourself, you could aim it at somebody to scare them away or shoot them. Give yourself time to, evade. Anyways, I thought this was really cool. Awesome that fifth graders are learning to shoot. I wouldn't even call these guns air rifles in the school gym. I just hope they picked everything up so nobody sits on a bullet or slips on something. And that the guns are locked up safely and appropriately like they should be. I don't doubt them. If they're doing this, they're probably taking it pretty seriously. And I love that we got a girl right here in the middle. She wasn't scared at all. Let me get access to that gun. Or maybe that's a young boy with long hair. I don't want to assume anybody's gender. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I got for you guys today. It has been a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And again, do me a favor. Like I told you, I don't work here. So like, share, subscribe, and leave it in the comments section. Appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon.